Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be doing my AFL finals predictions for 2024. Finals start in a couple of days with Port and Geelong on the Thursday night in Adelaide. But how the AFL website have done it, they've done it Sydney Giants down and Port Geelong last, but they will be playing first this final series. So let's get into it really fairly quickly start. Sydney Giants is the second qualifying final, not the first. Sydney have done very good this year. I would rate them to go all the way. They are premiership favourites, as you can see on the side. They're up against their crosstown rivals in the Giants. Also had a very good season after backing up from last season, losing the prelim against Collingwood. Sydney, good start, dropped off a bit, somewhat a good finish. So it's going to be a good matchup. The Battle of the Bridge. They've faced each other in finals fair couple times. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go to the Giants. I feel like they're, after last year's finals exit, they want to get further in September, win their first premiership. I reckon they're going to have that edge in this game. I think Sydney will kind of drop off this one. I'm not sure. I just have the feeling Giants will win. Sydney will go to the semis and play the Lions or the Blues, but the Giants will play a home prelim final in Sydney. So Giants advance as we move on to the next one. Brisbane versus Carlton. I'm just going to tip it straight off the bat, Brisbane. Carlton get eliminated. I do not see Carlton winning this. They probably have a lot of stars coming back this week. Doesn't matter. Carlton should not be in the finals this season. They lost to St Kilda. Very good win by St Kilda. Fremantle, I feel like, should have replaced them. It was a very close game up until 1 point against Port Adelaide, but Port Adelaide ran over the top. That's how good of a side they are this season. Carlton probably deserve to get knocked out. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for what I'm saying, but Carlton deserve to get knocked out of the finals. They shouldn't be in the finals after that performance, or the last couple of performances. They haven't really shown what they started the year off and last year's final series as well, but they snuck in. Fremantle couldn't get the job done to replace them, but I just see him get knocked out against a very informed Lions side. They've lost a couple recent ones near the end of the season, like the Collingwood game where Collingwood surged back. But the Lions have shown this year, after their poor start, that they can do some damage again this September, and I feel like they could do some damage again this September. So they're going to eliminate Carlton. Now, I really like this matchup. I can't wait to watch it on the Friday night. We got the Bulldogs versus the Hawks. Both informed teams going head to head in the elimination final. I cannot wait. My tip for this one, I'm gonna go to the Hawks. I feel like the Hawks will make it through. The Bulldogs will get eliminated. Bulldogs can win this, no doubt. They've got the experience in finals over a young Hawthorn side, and they could go all the way like 2016. But I just feel like all the Hawthorn youngsters, they're going to thrive under the MCG atmosphere. You'll probably expect probably 90 over 90,000 at the G on Friday night. I feel like all the Hawks players, all the youngsters will thrive off it. They'll build energy from it, and they could go far in September when they build energy in front of their passionate fans. And I have them winning the first. Well, that's the first elimination final, should I say? Because that's being played on Friday night, so they'll advance to the semis. And the Thursday night game, we got the Power and Geelong in Adelaide. Oh, I hate to have to tip this. It's going to be Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide will win this. Geelong, kind of a bogey side, should I say, coming into this September. I don't really see them putting in much damage like the other teams, with the likes of Power, Sydney, Hawthorn, Brisbane. So they're going to pick up a defeat in the first qualifying final, and they will take on the Hawks in the, believe second semis. As we move on to the semi-finals, we have Sydney Brisbane for the first semi-final. Really, I'm going to tip Sydney. I think it's at the SCG. They'll get across the line. Brisbane are very good. I would say they're in form. Doesn't show from their recent last 3 games of form. They're loss, win. But they're a very good side at this back end of the year. But I just feel like Sydney, being the top side, premiership favourites, they're going to get their game plan clicking a bit again. They've really had it clicking for the last end of the season, but with the loss to the Giants, I feel like they'll click again back into the semis and they'll beat the Lions and advance to a prelim final in Adelaide. As we go on to the second semi-final, Geelong Hawthorn. Hawthorn will win it. Again, as I said, they're youngsters. They'll thrive off the atmosphere. You got Ginnivan. He's played in the grand final already. He'll thrive off it. The Watson, the Wizard. He'll just thrive off the energy. All the youngsters around there. They're in their first final series. A couple of the players. Ginnivan's played in one. Luke Bruce. Depends if Jack Gunston will play. I feel like he'll play. They're gonna just thrive, the youngsters, off this 90k MCG atmosphere, as I keep saying. They're going to eliminate Geelong, so they'll go out straight sets. They're kind of a bogey side coming into this year's finals. But Hawthorn will face the Giants in a prelim. As we move on to the prelim final, Giants Hawthorn, first prelim. Now, Hawthorn, I feel like, will crumble under the prelim pressure. So that's why I will tip Hawthorn. I feel like, not Hawthorn, GWS, sorry. I feel like Hawthorn will just crumble under this prelim pressure. They won't crumble under the elimination final and the semi-final. Bit like how Melbourne did it in 2018. They thrived, got the big wins in the elim against Geelong, and then in the semis against Hawthorn, I believe. If I can remember. It was Hawthorn. I feel like they're going to do that, but they're just going to come up short in the prelim final because they're 1 win away from the grand final. I feel like the unexperience for the finals will just get to them and they'll get eliminated by the Giants at, I believe, Giants Stadium. But I have seen I seen a TikTok believing maybe it could be at Stadium Australia for a bigger crowd they could fit in, but who knows? I don't know yet. So Giants will be the first team into the grand final for 2024 as we move to the second prelim. We've got the Power against the Swans in Adelaide. Last time this happened, the Power absolutely smashed Sydney at Adelaide. I don't think it's going to be a smashing this time around, but it would be a very close game. And I believe Sydney will win it. Their favourites. Ken won't get the Power into another grand final. He hasn't gotten them into any grand final. He still won't. They're going to miss out just in the prelim, again, like the years 2020, 2021. And Sydney will advance to the grand final, and it will be we're gonna have the Battle of the Bridge grand final, fourth v first, qualifying final rematch. This will be exciting grand final. Cannot wait if this happens. I'll be more excited for a showdown grand final. I reckon that'll be pretty good. But this grand final, I just reckon the Swans will get across the line. And the Swans will be the premiers of 2024. I reckon they'll just beat the Giants in the grand final. Giants will go 0-2 in grand finals. And they won't have much of a impact. They'll probably win a premiership somewhere down the line soon, maybe the 2026 onwards. I just see the Swans, they've been too dominant this year, and I just see them finishing off their dominant season with a grand final win, bringing the premiership home to Sydney. And the Giants, they won't bring anything back to Sydney to put in their trophy cabinet. So there's my finals predictions there. Pretty good, I would say. I can't wait to compare this at the end of the final series and see how well I did compared to the actual finals matchups and brackets. So thanks everyone for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what videos you want me to see or what you want to see me do somewhere down the line. Like and subscribe as well, and hopefully my predictions right here. Goodbye.